Your home inspection report can make or break a sale. The way you detail your observations can have a profound effect on the outcome of the transaction. Failing to disclaim items you would normally inspect, and explaining why, as well as marking components you haven't actually observed as being satisfactory, when technically you shouldn't have, can lead you into a heap of trouble. We know you've been writing reports for at least a couple of years, otherwise you wouldn't be taking this course for continuing education credit, so we're taking it up a notch. You could consider the information in this segment as an advanced report writing skills workshop to fine-tune what you're hopefully doing well already. National surveys and decades of experience have shown us what our clients are looking for when they review your finished product. These include 1. Concise reporting with a lot of pictures. 2. An easy-to-read report without a lot of fluff. 3. Good advice with explanations that make sense. Interestingly, we hear from many past users of home inspector services that a lot of home inspectors recommend repairs in their reports. Unlike appraisers who are authorized by the lender they work for, and municipal building inspectors who are empowered to do so by statute, home inspectors are not given any type of authority to state that a repair should be made. The excuse that everyone else is doing it is just that, an excuse. In actuality, anytime a home inspector observes an unsafe or poor condition at a home, he or she should follow the three-step principle, which is 1. State what condition you observed. 2. Explain the implications of the condition. 3. Provide an action item so the client knows what to do next. For example, if you observe a loose handrail on the back porch, you would say, "The inspector observed that the rear back porch handrail is not secure. This is a safety issue." Further review by a qualified contractor. The standards for most states and professional associations allow some wiggle room in terms of having to describe, in detail, the implications that may be self-evident, but why risk it? No one will ever get upset if you give them a little bit more information versus a lack thereof. Let's take a look at some other report writing suggestions that can really make a difference in your final product. 1. Use headings whenever you can so readers stay focused appropriately while reading the information you're trying to convey. 2. Avoid lengthy paragraph responses. A good way to do this is to use addendum items that are generic enough to use frequently for various components. For example, cracks might be observed on the basement wall, floor, garage floor, at the driveway, service walks, and even on the interior drywall surfaces, to name a few. Writing an addendum item that is universal enough that covers the three aforementioned steps will save you a ton of time and keep you on track in terms of report preparation. Here's an example. The home inspector recommends monitoring the cracks observed in the area noted within your home inspection report. If you observe any further lengthening, widening, or additional cracks, as well as dampness or related discoloration, further review by a qualified professional is encouraged. Then you can assign this a code that gets attached to your report like A1, then all you have to do is note this in your report under the section that applies generally in the area before your visible conditions noted section, where you rate the components such as satisfactory, marginal, poor, or unsafe. Most inspectors that utilize this method include all of their addendum items as a supplement to the report. Be sure to reference in your engagement contract, also called the inspection agreement, that clients should read the entire report and look for addendum items used to provide clarity and detail within the report. 3. Include a short summary, also referred to as an executive summary, where the reader of the report can see everything there was an issue with. Your summary should only contain items that are poor and unsafe. A lot of inspectors make the mistake of putting too much information in the summary that should really stay within the body of the report. By doing that, you delineate the value of using a summary in the first place. 4. Ideally, the summary in your report should highlight the life safety issues you observed first and not be buried somewhere deep in your paragraph. For example, carbon monoxide spewing out of the hot water heater vent connector should not follow reversed polarity observed in the basement storage area. Writing this way is a generally accepted practice in journalism as well. 5. More than 3/4 of people we surveyed expressed how important photographs were in the reports they received. A picture of an issue is even better when it's explained in reference to your report. This is also an issue of being consistent. If you took a picture of the compromised rear porch handrail and include a picture of it most likely in the back of your report with other pictures, Say something like, see photograph addendum page 16 for details where the report states exterior inspection items. Then the reader can turn to page 16 and see which handrail you had a concern with. This also helps the seller make the required repairs more quickly by identifying clearly what you observed, so when they give it to a contractor you don't get unnecessary callbacks asking what you meant about something in your report. 6. Finally, we share with you the importance of timely reports. Home inspectors that can deliver reports in 24 hours or less get much higher scores than those who take longer. The likelihood that you'll remember things you may have neglected writing down is greater the sooner you put pen to paper. In actuality, you also save time by writing your report sooner, within 24 hours, because you effectively remember more. Take this into consideration whenever possible. We can't stress enough to you the importance of proofreading your reports. Effective proofreading means letting it sit for at least an hour or two, then reviewing it again with fresh eyes. I nearly always find something to add or adjust when reviewing it later on. Hopefully you picked up some good suggestions from this video. Thanks for watching.